Namaskar. In today's presentation, we will continue to share the secrets of Dasha at birth. We have derived this principle of using Dasha at birth after conducting long research on hundreds of horoscopes. We had discussed in earlier presentation also that first of all, when we analyze the horoscope, we refer to the Nabhas yogas present in the chart. Then we look at the Vimshotri Dasha at birth. We see the position of MD, AD lords with respect to Lagna Lord, Lagna and 5th house, 5th Lord. Afterwards, we analyze the static promise of the chart using Navamsha and the relevant divisional charts. In this presentation, we are going to continue to share some more horoscopes to reveal the secret of Dasha at birth for ascertaining important and inevitable events which can happen in this life at the appropriate Dasha periods. We must extend this principle by using at least Yogini Dasha, and we can also apply on other conditional Dashas applicable. When you are applying this principle, we suggest you to do step 4 first, that is the static analysis of the horoscope should be done before using this principle. This is the horoscope of a female native born in the month of September 1984. Vimshotri Dasha at birth was Saturn, Mercury, Rahu, and Yogini Dasha at birth was Mars, Saturn. After you have done the detailed analysis of the promise of the horoscope and you have appreciated about the strength and weaknesses of the chart, then definitely we can apply this principle. So let us focus on Mahadasha Lord Saturn. Mahadasha Lord Saturn is placed in the 7th house, exalted, 20 degrees 30 minutes, very close to the Lagna degrees and very close to its deep exaltation degrees also. So this Saturn is very powerful. But as a natural malefic planet, its placement in the 7th house in such a close degree to the Lagna, connected to 7th Lord as well as Karaka Venus for the marital aspects, this is not very auspicious. And when we move on to the Navamsha chart, we have to analyze Navamsha chart for every event. But in this case, because we are talking about event related to marital aspects, so Navamsha chart is very important here. See Saturn again placed in the 7th house in debilitation, again aspecting Venus, the Karaka of the marital life, and Venus also the lord of the 7th house of the Rashi chart. Saturn placed in the 7th house with 2 natural malefic is again not very auspicious, and there is no benefic influence here on the 7th house in the Navamsha chart. So what we had carry forward from the Rashi chart, the negativity, it has increased here. And if you look at the Antardasha Lord Mercury, Antardasha Lord Mercury is placed in the 6th house in exaltation again, not directly connected to the 7th house of the Rashi chart or 7th Lord, but it is placed in the 12th house. See, in this horoscope, we are actually analyzing the negative aspect, that is a marital related aspect. That is why we are discussing about the negative factors. But if we will analyze positive aspects, say for example in regards to the career aspect or in regards to the wealth aspect, because Saturn is 11th Lord also and connected to the 2nd Lord of wealth, so it is forming a very good, very auspicious Dhan Yoga, because Saturn is very powerful at deep exaltation degrees. So it is definitely also indicating a lot of positivity in regards to career, in regards to job, because AD Lord is Mercury exalted in the 6th house. So let us come back to the marital aspects here. The AD Lord Mercury in Rashi chart, it is placed in the 6th house. It is the 12th house from the 7th house as well as from the Venus. And when we go to the Navamsha chart, Mercury is placed in the 4th house. It is associated with Venus, who is the lord of the 7th house of the Rashi chart, and Venus also becomes the lord of the Navamsha here. See, this is very important point here. Whenever a divisional chart rising belongs to the specific house of the Rashi chart, it gives extreme results. Extreme may be good or may be bad in different Dasha periods. What I am trying to say is that in the Rashi chart, it is the Tula Rashi in the 7th house. So if in Navamsha it will be Tula rising, we can expect extreme results in different dasha periods. At times it will be very good, at times it will be very bad. Similarly, suppose the 10th house has Capricorn Rashi. So if in D10 chart it is Scorpio rising, but suppose if it was Capricorn, then we can expect extreme results in regards to career aspects. So let us come back here. So Mercury as a AD lord is related to Venus, who is the seventh lord of the Rashi chart. It is the Navamsha Lagna lord as well as Karka also. So both MD and AD, they are connected to 7th house and Venus. And if we talk about the PD lord Rahu, the PD lord Rahu in Rashi chart, the dispositor of Rahu is placed in the 7th house. And if you look at the Rahu degrees, it is 5 degrees. And look at the moon here, the debilitated moon placed in the 8th house, very close degree of affliction to the moon, who is the lord of the 4th, that is the house of happiness. And if you go to the Navamsha chart, the dispositor of Rahu is Saturn. It's placed in the 7th house again. And when you look at the Yogini Dasha belongs to the Mars, who is the 7th lord from Venus. And in Navamsha chart, it becomes the 7th lord itself, associated with 2 natural malefics. And AD lord Saturn, we already discussed that this Saturn is placed in the 7th house with 7th lord and Karka Venus, and again in Navamsha chart placed in the 7th house in debilitation. So whatever negativity we carried from the Rashi chart, it has intensified in the Navamsha chart. So the affliction has increased. So this Vimshotri Dasha and Yogini Dasha at birth is indicating some negative aspects in relation to marital aspect. As we were talking, like it could also indicate some positivity also in regards to wealth and career. So that will also be there. So this native at the is 33 years old. She could make lot of friends. She could have some close friends also, and many a times she tried her best to convert those relationships into marriage, but no success. So she is unmarried even today. This is the horoscope of a male native born in September 1969. Vimshotri Dasha at birth was Rahu, Saturn, Moon, and Yogini, Sun, Mercury. Let us analyze Vimshotri Dasha at birth. Rahu is placed in the 2nd house of family, in close degree relationship with Sun, because Sun is 28:55 and Rahu is 27:40. This is a serious affliction to the Sun. In this horoscope, we are talking about event which is related to father of the native, and Sun being the Karaka, it is seriously afflicted in Rahu Ketu axis, and Rahu being the MD lord. The AD lord is Saturn. So Saturn is placed in the 4th house. Doesn't look like connected to either Sun or 9th house. But whenever we are talking about impact on a Karka, we go to the relevant house from the Karka. For example, from Venus, we analyze 7th house for the marital aspects. Similarly, for father, we will analyze 9th house from the Sun. So Saturn is placed in the 9th house from the Sun. Rahu was certainly afflicting the Karka of the Sun, and if you look at the dispositor of the Rahu, that is Saturn, it also goes to the 9th house from the Sun. So both MD AD are connected to the 9th house from the Sun, and both are natural malefics, and the PD lord Moon is aspecting the 9th house. If you concentrate on the 9th house, from the 9th house, let us see the planets at Dasha at birth. Rahu is placed in the 6th house from the 9th, but let us focus on the dispositor. The dispositor goes to the 8th house, Saturn, from the 9th house, and Saturn being the AD lord, it is placed in the 8th house from 9th, and Moon, the PD lord, is aspecting the 8th house. If you go to the relevant divisional chart, Rahu is placed in the 9th house itself, and Saturn is the lord of the 9th house. If you go to if you refer the Yogini Dasha, it was Sun Mercury. So Sun as a Karka itself is afflicted in the 8th house by Rahu Ketu axis, and the AD Mercury is placed in the 9th as a 9th lord. So Dasha at birth in case of Yogini, it is directly connected to the 9th house and father. In the other Shamsa chart, Sun is definitely a Karka for the father, and it gets connected again to the 9th house, and Mercury is placed in the Lagna of the Dwadashamsa chart. So overall, while analyzing the promise of the horoscope, I think we would have noticed very clearly that it is basically the Karaka alone which is heavily afflicted. Lord is not afflicted, as well as house is not afflicted. And when we go to the Dwadashamsa chart, Dwadashamsa Lagna is occupied by 2 benefic planets, which is very auspicious. 9th house is occupied by 2 natural malefic planets, aspected by a natural malefic sun, but the lord of the house Saturn is placed in Trikona. So overall there is a saving grace also. Jupiter as a natural benefic in the 9th house with the 9th lord is very auspicious, but at some point of time in life this Jupiter is also going to play the role of the 12th lord as well as the 3rd lord. So we can expect some negative event, but maybe quite late in the life, because the longevity to the father is promised. Actually this native lost his father in Saturn Venus Dasha, not by way of sudden death. Actually his father disappeared, and despite of extensive search he could not be traced even till date. This horoscope belongs to a male letter. He is the chief minister of Uttar Pradesh. This is the Tula Lagna rising and Vrishchika Navamsha. The Vimshotri Dasha at birth was Sun Moon. So let us focus on the Sun. Sun as the lord of the 11th house is placed in the Lagna. It has exchanged with the Lagna lord. So MD belongs to the 11th house of gains, who has exchanged with the Lagna lord. This is auspicious. And Sun is connected to Mercury also, who is the 9th lord. Sun is also connected to Moon, who is the 10th lord. Actually there is a Raj Yoga formed here. 9th and 10th lord, they are aspecting each other, and Sun is also participating in this Raj Yoga as a lord of the 11th house. And if you see the quality of the Raj Yoga, Mercury and Moon, they are at a very close degree relationship. So this Raj Yoga is going to carry forward in most of the divisional chart. So this is a very powerful Raj Yoga. And the AD lord is Moon. We just discussed that Moon is involved in the Raj Yoga. So the Dasha at birth is clearly indicating a very strong position in regards to career. And if we move to the relevant divisional chart, the Mahadasha Lord Sun, if you analyze the D10 chart as an independent chart, Sun becomes the lord of the 10th house of career, placed in the 2nd house with the Lagna lord Mars, and the AD lord Moon becomes the 9th lord, aspecting 9th, and this Raj Yoga of the D1, the Moon Mercury relationship, is going to be repeated. So this D10 is confirming. And Yogini Dasha belongs to Saturn. So Yogini Dasha, the Yogini Dasha, the lord is placed in the 8th house. This is not very auspicious placement, but Saturn is the lord of the 4th house, and Saturn is the lord of the 5th house. So as a lord of the 5th house, Saturn is a benefic planet also. So Saturn placed in the 8th house here is indicating some legacy to be acquired in this life. And if you go to the relevant divisional chart, Saturn is placed in the 11th house. This is a very good placement. It is a improvement rather from 8th house. It has gone to the 11th house and aspected by a natural benefic Jupiter. Thank you for watching Kuberastrology channel. Please subscribe. Thanks.